hello, Shay here. Thank you so much for joining me for this week's WIP and Chat. If you are new to this, WIP, W-I-P, stands for Work in Progress. And yeah, my work in progress is a diamond painting. So go ahead and grab, if you're diamond painting as well, grab your diamond painting and paint alongside me, or treat this like a podcast, an audiobook, however you want to do that, you know, run errands, walk the dog, clean the house. Yeah, any of those things. Just hang out with me and let's catch up. It has been a minute. I didn't do a WIP and Chat last week. So, but yes, before we get into all that and how much I missed you guys, excuse me, grab something to drink. I do have my coffee. I know it's probably making some of y'all nervous. Ooh. I do have my coffee. So let's talk about, yeah, I have so many things to talk about, y'all. I normally just have 1 page of notes. I have 2 pages of notes and then some because I couldn't find my pen after I sat down and I thought of even more. So I didn't have a chance to do a WIP and Chat last week. So kind of wanted to catch you up on what happened last week. And this week, it's been a lot. But before we get going, I just wanted to say hello. Welcome to those of you that might be new. I do have some new folks, some new subscribers. So, and if you have not subscribed, it's free. Definitely go ahead and click that subscribe button below and join us. And if you are back again, welcome back. Thank you so much for your continued support and for hanging out with me. I really am enjoying this journey and it's been so much fun. So let's talk about, so this will be a WIP and Chat. Okay. So I'm going to WIP, chat. We're going to catch up a little bit, but let me know, how are you guys? How are you? Okay. Let me know what's going on. How's it going? It's been a couple weeks, like I said, since we've been able to catch up through at least the comments through these videos. So let me know what you're up to. Let me know, what you did during this time. Are you diamond painting? Are you doing something else? Yeah, let me know. Are you working on an event? But yeah, I just really want to know in general how you guys are. Good, bad, just let me know how you are doing because it does mean a lot to me. So I don't want this to be just a one-sided thing, you know. Yeah, definitely want to know what you guys are up to. So before we get chatting, again, first things first, I just wanted to ask you guys how you were. Let me tell you what I'm going to be working on today. This is a Craftably, and I'm almost finished. This is Halloween Hannah. Unfortunately, you know, Craftably is no longer around. So, but you might be able to find this on a D-stash if you like it. It is a Sheena Pike. It's licensed artwork from Sheena Pike. And I love it. It's a round and I'm almost done, you guys. If you want to look at, obviously I do have her, I'm a flipper, so she's upside down as you can see. So today we're going to be working on the top of her little witch hat and I'm on the last row. So, sorry, you can probably hear Ollie. Ollie, buddy. I gotta get his bone away from my desk. Here you go, buddy. Shoot over there. All right, small disclaimer. It's good timing for it. If you've guys been here before, you know how it works. Ollie, my French bulldog, my little Frenchie, just turned 2. He's still the baby, but he snores. You probably will hear him snore. He's awake right now because I just came up here and sat down. So he's kind of like fired up. You might hear snoring, burping, farting, rattling of bones against my desk. So yeah, you never know. He might hit the tripod. So he's a mess. And I also have Jasper in here too. Jasper's super quiet though. He's a good boy. That's our Boston Terrier. Margo, my other dog, normally is not in here. She's kind of a loner. So yeah, I normally have the boys in here. All right. So that's my painting, Craftably painting. So like I said, I'm going to be able to, and I'm doing this for Drills and Chills and also for Small Shop Fall Festival. So, and they both run till the end of October. And today for me is Thursday, October 10th at 10:35 in the morning. So yes, welcome, welcome. So like I said, grab some coffee, water, tea, wine, depending on, you know, what time you're watching this. No judgment here. All right. And I do have some water too, because you got to hydrate, right? I got some Topo Chico. I try not to drink too much of it because it makes me burpy. But all right, so that's my painting. And then I am using a Firefly Tray. Yes, I got this from the Great Lakes Escape Retreat. It was on our swag bags. So I've got a 3D printed tray from Firefly. And these are, I'll have all these tools linked down below and all these folks. These are the same ones I've been using for the last few WIP and Chats, but Yeah, but as soon as I finish this painting, I'll move on to something else. But these are both pens from Enablers Outpost. Got my Halloween pens. I got my ceramic cutter to cut back the plastic. The washi tape is from Simply Gilded. And I do have my tweezers from Dear Helper, Dizzy's husband, Paul. Love my tweezers. And this tray is actually from Enablers Outpost too. It came in a Halloween mystery box that I got a year or two ago. And then in my single placer, I have the micro glue dots, and then I've got some fun colored putty in my multi placers from, I can't remember the shop, but I'll have it linked down below. Y'all, I'm so bad. I'm so bad. All right. Yeah, I've got a ton on my mind. I'm a little tired today, a little sleepy, but it's okay. We can do this. I meant to do it yesterday, but I didn't have a chance. Normally try to film these on Wednesdays to get them out Thursday morning for you, but it's been a lot the last few days, or last couple of weeks, I should say. All right, so I already have my color picked out. Okay, we're gonna do this symbol. I feel rusty, isn't that weird? I don't know if it's because I'm tired, or it's because I haven't done a WIP and chat, or it's because I have a lot to tell you, but I'm like, where do I begin? But yeah, you guys, make sure and let me know how you are. I missed you guys so much. I didn't have my WIP and chat last week, and so I didn't get a chance to kind of catch up with you guys. And then I didn't do my live stream on Sunday because I was actually flying back during that time, coming back from California. So yeah, so we'll talk about all that in a sec, but I just want to make sure you guys are good, so let me know. All right, so let's do a little rewind, and I like to rewind and kind of catch up on maybe where we left off last. So the rewind, we are going to go back to weekend before last. Those are the notes that I had taken, and I never did the WIP and chat. I've got Saturday, Sunday, and then Monday I never wrote anything down, and we left on Wednesday. So that's why I didn't get the WIP and chat out, because I was frantically packing. My Patreons and my members got to see my vlog. I was a nutcase like the day before a trip. I'm just like totally stressed out, so anxious. And so I thought I was going to be able to get a WIP and chat out. I don't know why I thought that was going to work, but I just was like trying to pack everybody and do all the things. And so yes, so weekend before last, on Saturday, we went to the Texas State Fair. Yes, and I say we, it was my husband and I, and my daughter Lou, who's 12, and one of her friends. And we had a great time. It was so fun. It's funny because I'm just looking back on my notes. I'm basically just going to read my notes to you. Or if you just want to look up for a second. Okay, fair day. We took a train. We took the DART train instead of driving. It's the Dallas Area Rapid Transit, I think is what it stands for. So we took a train, so that was a whole new experience. Good people watching through Dallas, because this is downtown Dallas is where the fair is. We had corn dogs, curly fries, beer. Well, I had a beer, sausage on a stick, cotton candy covered bacon, milkshakes. We did rides. There was games. They won some stuffed animals. We did the petting zoo. We went out to dinner after. And then after that, when we got home from dinner, about 20 minutes later, I had my Patreon and member Zoom for about 2 hours. So Saturday was so fun, jam-packed, just a great day. It was just, I went to bed that night going, wow, my heart was full. I had a really good family time. Now Now, fortunately, Ryan, my oldest, who's 19, had to work. And then Nate, my 18-year-old, was like, I'm good. He's not really a fair guy. We went last year with everyone. Nate was like, I'm good. I don't really want to go back. So he just wasn't feeling it. But it was a great day. So fun. And then, like I said, we do once a month, I do a Zoom with my top 2 tiers of Patreon or members. So if you want to join us, it is, if you're not familiar with it, it is a monthly subscription-based kind of setup. And what it does is it's a wonderful way to support your favorite creators. And what it does is it gives us money back, and so we can be able to purchase, paintings, accessories, equipment, pay for all the subscriptions that we have to pay for, creating our thumbnails, the editing software, the streaming software for StreamYard. I mean, the Zoom monthly, it's just a lot. So it definitely covers and it helps. So it goes right back into the channel. And it's just a wonderful way to, like I said, support us. And And you can also get like behind the scenes content. I know with mine, I do a weekly vlog, and YouTube memberships and Patreon is the same thing. They're the same tiers. It's just up to you which one you want to join, whichever's easiest. But it's the same content. And of course, there's no pressure to join those things. I always will, do all the things I do here. It's just, I show a little bit more, like for instance, I did my vlog yesterday for my trip, for Disney and the wedding and everything, and the fair the week before. And I always make sure I get those, I get to show them videos and just stuff that, that happens in my life. So yeah, and we've got a great group of people over there. So if you want to join us, there's all different types of tiers. There's a $5 tier and it goes all the way up. So yeah, all the information is linked down below. If you want to check it out, please go do it. But again, no pressure at all. So just wanted to make sure some of you that are new, if that's something you want to, join, just go ahead and do that. Let's see. So that was, and then Sunday, we did the live stream, and that was fun. I actually have a live this afternoon, which I just kind of remembered not too long ago. I'm going to be joining, hopefully this will go out before that happens, but at 4 o'clock today, I'm going to be joining a fellow creator as a guest on her live. So with some other creators. So it's going to be fun. So that's going to be at 4 o'clock for me today. Yes. So yeah, that'll be fun. Okay, so, and then again, here we were like leading up to our trip, trying to pack. So if you are new and you're not familiar, I know I've talked about it a little bit as it was, getting closer, but we were going, my entire family and I were going to California. My dad got married. I was going to say is getting married. He got married. They had been together for 40 years. So of course the joke the whole time, during the wedding was like, it's about time, even they even had like a little cake topper that said it's about time, which I thought was so cute. And I was talking to my dad's wife about it, and she was like, yeah, I just wanted to make sure he was the right one. And we were just laughing. So it was great. It was wonderful. So we went for that. And since we were going to California, we love Disney, and we go to Disney World every year for spring break. So we haven't been to Disneyland a long time. So we did Disneyland for a couple of days. We took my nephew with us. So yeah, we'll get into all that in a second, but that's why we went to California. So we were packing. And so with that, we had to have wedding clothes, right? Because we don't really have any nice clothes. We're pretty casual folks. So yeah, we didn't really have anything dressy, nothing, but get this, you guys. I took all the kids. Okay. So I took Nate and Lou shopping. Okay. Separately. Yes, separately, I took them wedding clothes shopping, got them both outfits. And then Ryan, my oldest, never had a chance to go. He was either working or sleeping. And so I went for him, and I ran up to Old Navy and just grabbed some khakis and a couple of polo shirts. The reason why I'm telling you all this is because out of the 3 kids, 2 of them wore things they already had. And I did the dry cleaning of things from like homecoming that Ryan had, my oldest, when he was a senior, all those type of things. And of course I had everything dry cleaned a week before, and I'm like, hey, see what you already have to see if anything will work. So that way we don't have to go buy new clothes, right? And of course they all said, oh, no, that's not going to work. That's not going to work. Same thing with Lou. She had to have some clothes for, she had to have a dress for the symphony field trip that they went on this past year. And then she had to have a dress for her graduation from elementary school. But, we took her out shopping for hours, and she got a dress. And again, she ended up wearing her dress, because we brought 2 just in case, her dress that she had from her graduation from elementary school for last year. So 2 out of the 3 wore clothes they already had. I was just like, are you kidding me? Yeah. So anyways, but everybody looked great. So it worked out. Everybody got their clothes. I did have one little mishap. Speaking of clothes, I'll jump to that day. The day of the wedding was Saturday, and I don't iron. I haven't ironed in like, I don't know, years and years and years and years since I've ironed. Well, the dress that she was gonna wear was a little wrinkled, right? And it's kind of like I don't even know the material. It's like stretchy. Yeah, super stretchy. I know it doesn't give you much, but so I pulled out the ironing board and decided to heat it up, and I was going to do her dress first because she wanted to try on both dresses to decide which one, her new one or the one she already had. Well, the one she already had, I was like, oh, well, let me just, just do a little ironing on the bottom. Y'all, all of a sudden we start smelling something, and I lift up the iron and the dress is blue. There's blue on the iron, and there's like, it's like melted. I was like freaking out. There was almost a hole in it because it had melted so good. Yeah, she ended up wearing that after all. She's a trooper. I'm glad we had the other dress, the new dress, the backup dress that she didn't even want to wear. So she, again, but oh my God, it was bad, but I don't think she can wear it again, but she made it work. No one noticed it, but it's got a nice little, so I'm not allowed to iron anymore. I just put the iron up after that. I'm like, we're done. We're not going to be ironing anything else. So that happened. So yeah, leading up to the wedding, we were like, running around chickens with our head cut off, trying to get our dresses and clothes and shoes. And of course, packing for all that stuff, you need a whole nother set of clothes and shoes. And it was just a lot. So Wednesday, our flight was at noon. So first thing in the morning at 8 o'clock in the morning, I dropped the dogs off at the vet's office because that's where they were going to be boarded. And Lou went with me, thank God, because we had all 3 dogs and I needed help getting all 3 of them in there. And that was crazy. But we had a crate in the back for Margo. She's the anxious one. And then the other 2 were just kind of loose in the car. So Ollie was in the front and Jasper was in the back. So Lou and I take them in. And they tell me that Margo is due for her annual appointment for, examination and shots and everything in about 2 weeks. Did I want them to go ahead and do that while we were there, while they were being boarded? And I was like, yeah, absolutely. That's great. And then I told them I wanted baths and nail trims. So the dogs were going to be all set. So got them dropped off and then got back home, finished, packing and doing all the things, and then headed to the airport. And really no drama. We flew Frontier and it was fine. No issues there. Pretty, budget, airline, but we knew that's, what you get, it's a little bit cheaper, but you basically pay for everything, any upgrades, which is fine. There's no like entitlement. So I kind of like it that way. So we get there at, we arrive into California. We flew into LAX, which is a really cool airport. I hadn't been there in a while. And my family lives in Pasadena. So it was like an hour drive. But when we got there, we were hungry. So we stopped at this place called Star Chicken Star? I forget. Anyways, it was pretty good. We ate and then took the hour-long trip to my grandma's. We're going to see grandma. So my grandmother, the kids' great-grandma, it's really cool they stole their great-grandma. My grandma is 97 years old. And I haven't seen her in several years. And every time I see her, it's always like, is this going to be the last time? So this trip was very, very important. The kids were going to be missing 3 days of school. But you know what? We said that to the pediatrician last week. And she was like, you know what? These are important things you need to be doing. I'm like, exactly. The kids may not, get to see her again. So we went to my grandma's house. To grandma's house we went, and we got there, and my brother was there. My brother is 2.5 years younger than I am. My dad, hi dad, which by the way, y'all, I could not believe it. My dad, I knew he knows I have a YouTube channel, but my dad, he knew exactly my subscriber count. He knew about what I'd been talking about on my videos. So Dad, if you're watching, hello. It was very nice to see you, and I love you very, very much. So I just want to give my dad a shout out because he watches my videos more than I thought he did. I didn't realize he watched. It sounds like he watches them all. So thank you, Dad. It means a lot to me. So, and he's so proud of me. It's so funny because the family was like, we heard you have a show. They like to call this a show, which is so funny. I'm like, yeah. And it's kind of weird. You kind of get shy about it. Well, at least I do. I don't really like to talk about it, but everybody's super supportive. So let's see. So we get to my grandma's house and my brother's there. My nephew is there. So if y'all are listening, hey, Parker, that's my nephew. He is just a couple months younger than Lou. So they're very, very close in age. And then let's see, my dad, and then his fiance at the time, now his wife, Pauline, and then my grandma. So everybody was there. And we get out and we just hugging and saying hi to everybody and visiting for a little bit. It was so fun. And we were there for, I don't know, a couple hours. And then we had dinner reservations at Fogo de Chao. It's this Brazilian steakhouse. And we wanted to treat everybody. So I think there was, 10 or 11 of us. And yeah, we had a great time. Most of the group had never been there before. So it was like a cool experience. And they have like the really good, salad bar and then like all the meat. So it was fun. We did that. And then after that, my nephew came in our car. Now we had rented a fairly big vehicle because we knew with the 5 of us plus my nephew coming with us to Disneyland and spending the night with us the first night, we were going to need something big. So my husband got us an Expedition. So really, really big, but it was nice. It had great seats and we had plenty of room. So my brother had brought my nephew's sleepover stuff and an air mattress and everything for him to stay with us. And so at the restaurant, we kind of got all his stuff into our car and he rode with us. It was so good to see everybody. I missed my brother. I got to see, just this family time was so important. And Ryan, my oldest, said something pretty cool at the end of our trip. It was on the way home. He said, Mom, it was so cool to, meet some other family and see that I'm not the only crazy one or something like that, and it was cool because he got to see, there's some quirky ones too, just like him, and there's some really cool people because, my husband's an only child. So our families are pretty small. My mom and dad moved away, we don't get to see them anymore and as much. So, this was important. We got to see, and then of course during the wedding, we got to see my uncles and aunts and like cousins and like more people. So, and their kids and, spouses. And it was just really, really fun, but we'll get to the wedding. I don't want to jump ahead, but the family part was just huge. So we go to dinner, right? Get my nephew's stuff, and then we're going to head to our hotel. We're staying in Anaheim, and it's about an hour from Pasadena. Everything seems to be like an hour. Oh my gosh, you guys, coming from Dallas, which by the way, if y'all are new, I do live in Texas. I'm in Dallas, Texas. We live in a suburb of Dallas, so we're like in the burbs. I'm not used to the hustle and bustle of like LA and traffic and all the things. Oh my gosh. If you live in California, I don't know how you do it. If you live in the big city with all the stuff going on, it's a lot. We were all like wide-eyed and like, whoa, this is crazy. Good people watching and it's just different. We also noticed when we stopped at, I think we went to a CVS. Oh, I know what it was. We went to Target the first night to get some waters and stuff for our room, the hotel room. And everything's locked up. So if you live in California, you might know, or somewhere else our things are not locked up as much like that. So it's just like, I needed to get a package of makeup wipe, like Neutrogena makeup wipe removers, like wipes, a package of wipes. They were like $5. They were locked up. And so I had to ask for an employee. It's just sad that, I don't know, I'm sure there's a whole separate conversation we could have about that, which, yeah, it's interesting. That it has to be that way, I guess because of people stealing, I'm assuming, but it's just a shame. Anyways, so on our way to the hotel, we have my 3 kids, we've got my nephew, we're all cruising around. We're cruising down the road, heading to our hotel. Everyone's excited. And so Ryan is sitting in the front seat with my husband. And again, we're driving this big Expedition, and all of a sudden, this car passes by us, and it's dark, it's nighttime, and they don't have their lights on, their headlights. And so my husband like flashes his lights a couple times at the car, and I think maybe even honks too. I'm not sure. I don't remember, but they just like weren't getting the clue, right? That their lights were off, and that's super dangerous. So my husband gets up next to the car and tells Ryan to roll down his window and to let them know they don't have their lights on. Well, when he does this, he, I guess he hit the curb a little bit with our car, and all of a sudden we heard a pop and we had a blowout. Everybody's fine. It was all good. So we had a flat tire. Yes, we did. So my husband's amazing though. He just like pulled over. We all got out. I was kind of managing the kids and hanging out with everybody on the side of the road. And we weren't like on a busy freeway or anything, so that was good. But yeah, it was nighttime. We're like in probably not the best neighborhood. I don't know. It was okay. But he just went to work. He got the spare out. We took all the bags out of the car. Everybody got out of the car, and we were there but my husband changed the tire. He did it. I was like, dang, I was impressed. Yeah, and it took us about, I guess we were there for like an hour, 45 minutes to an hour on the side of the road. And then he's like, okay, everybody can get back in. Let's put our bags in. We should be good to go. And we're like, okay. So, yeah, so that happened. Wasn't expecting that little thing to happen, but it was all good. We get to the hotel, get everybody in, and it's been like a long day. And again, there's like a 2-hour time difference for us. You know, we're 2 hours earlier than California. So that messed with us the first couple of days, but we got up early, of course. And so that was good. So we got up and we're going to Disneyland. We actually were staying, our first night, we stayed at a Disneyland hotel just for our first night. And so that was super cool. We just got to walk out and like go right to the park. And what a fun day we had. We just did all the things. I actually got to meet a fellow creator here from the community. I know a lot of y'all, you might know who she is. I'll definitely have her channel linked down below in case you don't know who she is. But Christiane, we've been friends for a couple of years now, maybe longer. And yeah, she's been a guest on my live. I've been a guest on hers, and we've chatted. And she was going to come to the retreat that we did, but she couldn't make it. So, but she works at Disneyland. She is a character. So, or a cast member, I should say, sorry. And I was talking to her beforehand, and we were going to meet up, and because we had never met in person, and I got to meet her. So, so fun. We got to see her, out of costume first because she was on break. By the time we got to her, she was working in, we went to California Adventure, which is right next to Disneyland. So we went and saw her there, and then we got to chat for a few minutes, and then it was time for her to get back to work. And so we waited because I wanted to see her come out, and I wanted to get a picture with her and say hi to her. And it was so cute. She couldn't talk to me, but she kept doing these little kissy sounds. It was so cute. So in my vlog that I did for my Patreons this week that I put out, I showed them the video and the pictures of us. So yeah, super fun to be able to meet, you know, someone from the community, you know, that I had never met before. So that was really, really special. Yeah. And that's a tough job, you guys. That's a tough, cause it was warm. For those of you that live in California, yeah, you said a heat wave, y'all, it was warm. It would start out okay in the morning, but it would heat up. It was hot. Not as bad as Florida. Disney World gets, you know, humid and yucky, and so it was still nice, but it was warm. It was warm every day. But yeah, so we got to see her, and we just ate our way through Disney, rode all the rides, got to see, we've been watching some YouTube videos on Disneyland, and we saw one of the YouTubers walking around the park. We didn't say anything to him because he was filming, but we saw him. We did all the fun rides. It's so funny because we've just kind of gotten used to Disney World, and the castle is so big at Disney World. The Disneyland castle is such a little baby castle. It was so cute. You know, it's just so fun. And we enjoyed how the size is a lot smaller. Oh, he's really snoring. Hold on. We'll do an Ollie snore break. I don't know if y'all can hear him. He's behind my chair, so he's not like right next to me. But yeah, that motor is really going. It can be distracting sometimes. He's really going. Again, he'll be awake and he's like gone like 5 minutes later. He doesn't have any stamina. Let's see. Okay, sorry. I just have a cute little Ollie snoring break. But yeah, we rode all the rides. We did, you know, the Haunted Mansion, and my nephew he is a cool kid. We weren't really sure. We know he's been to Disneyland before because he lives there, but we didn't know if he was like a kid that like would like a thrill seeker. Like, will he ride all the rides? Man, he was all in with everything. It was awesome. He did all the rides. he was like, I'll try this, I'll do that. And he just was, he was so sweet. So we loved spending the day with him. He really took to Ryan, my oldest. Him and Ryan like really, and Ryan was always kind of like, you know, where's Parker, and kind of keeping an eye on him. He would kind of wander a little bit sometimes, or be looking at something a little bit longer than us, and then we'd like look on, and he's like still standing there, and we were already like starting to walk. So Ryan's always like, you know, keeping an eye on him, and it's like a big brother to him. So it was really sweet. So I'm glad that we got the, you know, the cousin time, you know, that day. He wanted to stay with us again that night, and go to the park again with us, but he couldn't, because they had the rehearsal dinner and everything on Friday night, because the wedding was Saturday, and he needed to be picked up and go to all that stuff. So yeah, which was fine, but we had a great day. And you know what, to be honest, by the second day we were getting a little tired. So the first day that he came with us that's when we did like most of all the rides. But yeah, we just did the churros, all the food, drinks. I mean, we just like ate and drank our way through Disney. So it was really, really fun. So we did that Thursday, and then we ate Thursday night, I think downtown Disney somewhere, I don't remember. And then Friday we did the same thing again, just us. You know, my nephew wasn't with us, but we did a lot of the same rides that we really liked the day before. Some of the rides were shut down, so we're like, oh, it's kind of a bummer, but we did a couple rides twice. And yeah, we just kind of started to fade towards the end. So we didn't stay as long as we did the first day. And of course, on Saturday, we had the wedding. The wedding was at noon. So yeah, Saturday night, we went back to our hotel, and we ate somewhere kind of close to there. But yeah, it was a good time. Kind of just, you know, fun hanging out in, you know, California, and kind of seeing all the sights there, and doing Disneyland for a couple of days. And my husband, I got to give him some credit, you guys. He does all our arrangements. He does all of our flight, car rental, hotel, Disney stuff. He does everything. I am the worst. I'd be the worst travel agent. I mean, he should be a travel agent. But yeah, I just got to give him some props. He makes all these trips happen for us, and he's just so good at it. And he's just, yeah, he's great. He does all the things. So he keeps us, you know, all going, and plans everything for us. So yeah, he's amazing. So that was Friday. And so Friday night we crashed. We never really stayed up late any night, just from going and walking all day. And then Saturday was the wedding. Yes, my dad's wedding. And we were told when we got to my grandma's that night, on Wednesday night that we got in, my dad's wife now had told me that she wanted all the grandkids to walk in up to the front of the wedding with her. And the kids didn't know that. And so I told them the day of the wedding, or the day before, and they were like, what? And I was like, yeah, don't worry about it. And they're like, oh my gosh, we're so nervous. So they were excited. And everybody, like I said, everybody looked very, very nice. Yeah, everybody cleaned up real nice. Now the wedding was outside, and it was covered with, it was a beautiful, beautiful venue. It was about 30 minutes from our hotel, so that wasn't bad. And we got breakfast, and then we changed hotels, because we only were at the Disney hotel the first night. The rest of our stay, let's see, Thursday night, Friday night, Saturday night was all at a different hotel close to Disney, but we were able to walk there still, but it was further. And yeah, so we, you know, got breakfast, got ready for the wedding, we got there about 15 minutes before the wedding started, and it was just beautiful. Great sunny day. It got warmer as the day went on, but for the wedding itself, it was all outdoor, and it was just beautiful. My dad's vows made me cry. And I saw some other people tearing up, my husband. So yeah, I talked to my dad afterwards, and I'm like, your vows were amazing. And he goes, oh, I didn't even have anything planned. I just spoke from the heart. So yeah, he didn't even have anything like rehearsed. He just like, yeah. And I was like, wow, they were so, so good. Like I said before, it was about time, you know, and it was just so beautiful to finally see them, you know, getting married and be part of it. And it was just really, really nice. So after their wedding, it's a really cool place. I don't remember the name of it, but they have like birds and like historical things. You can walk around and look at stuff, and they have like old, you know, they have like an old barn you can go into, and you can look at like old carriages. And so yeah, we walked around a little bit and did some like sightseeing. And then we headed over to the reception, which was also outside. It was this really cool, it was at this restaurant, but out in the parking lot, kind of the back of the restaurant, they had a big white tent with these white lights, and they had music, and you know, it was Mexican food. So it was really, really good. It was so fun. Great music. We danced. I saw my brother dance, and I didn't know he could dance. My brother can dance. I was like, where? I was like, now I see where you get this from. But yeah, it was so fun. My husband unfortunately had to leave for a little bit to go get a new tire for the car before we returned it. Yeah. So he took care of that, but then he made his way back. So again, he just takes care of all the things, you guys. He just made it all happen. But the wedding was awesome. The reception was great. I really liked what they did at the reception. Instead of tossing the bouquet to like all the single people, the single ladies, they decided to give their flowers to their mothers. So my grandma and then her mom. So it was so cool. And I got to sit next to my grandma and got to talk to her and help her out a little bit because she needs help walking. So I was really glad that I was able to, you know, be there with her and spend some time with her. She's so awesome, you guys. My grandma is amazing. I told her we're going to have a 100th birthday party for her, a big blowout. And we're going to come back for that. And she's like, oh, I don't know if I can make it. I'm like, yeah, you will. You better not talk like that. So after that, we went back to the hotel and we wanted to change because, of course, all of our shoes and our, you know, feet wearing heels and all that were killing us. Lou's feet were hurting, the boys. So we went home. We went to our hotel and we changed. And then we went out to dinner and ate and then got back and just like kind of crashed, y'all. Our flight was the next day. We left on Sunday at our flight was like at 2. So got up, had breakfast, packed our bags. And then my husband's like, you know what? Lou really wanted to see Hollywood. She's never seen the Hollywood sign and like seen, you know, the stars on, you know, the sidewalk and all that, the Walk of Fame, or is that what it's called? Fame? Walk of Fame? Yeah. So on the way to the airport, we took a little detour and we went to Hollywood. Hollywood. Da-na-na-na-na-na. We saw 2 Spider-Men dressed up. Yes, there's always some interesting folks down there. We definitely want to go back again and do some more, you know, sightseeing, which would be super fun. So I'm just looking for my next number. I have enhancements for this one, so I need to look for the color. 317. Yep, it's like a little crystal. Yeah, so we did Hollywood, and y'all, again, people watching. So good. So we did that, and then we made it to the airport just in time to hop on our flight. And we got home at like about 8 o'clock, I want to say. Yeah, about 8 o'clock, Sunday night. And the kids had to go to school the next day. So that was fun. It was a lot of fun getting just, you know, yeah, just getting everybody up that morning because everybody was tired. And with the time difference, we had gotten adjusted to their time. And it was just a lot. But it was great. So Monday, I had to go pick up the dogs. And so they opened at 8. And we were all like missing the dogs like crazy, right? I mean, crazy. And so I told my husband, I'm like, I'm going to need your help with, you know, the dogs, all 3 of them, picking them up. And he goes, okay. So I said, after I take Lou to school, when I come back, we'll go. And he's like, okay, sounds good. So I took her to school and I come back and I'm talking to him about what time we're going to be heading out. And it's about 8:15. And right when I was talking to him, my phone rings and it was the vet calling. And let me grab this one. And they said, yeah, I said, oh, we were just about to come up there and pick up the dog. She goes, well, yeah, what time do you think you can be here? Because the vet who did Margo's annual, did her, you know, appointment, wants to talk to you about some things that she found. Something she found. I'm like, what? So my heart kind of sank and I'm like, that doesn't sound good. I wasn't sure. I was like, I said, okay. I said, we can be there in like 15 minutes. We'll be there by 8:30. She's like, perfect. So like, you know, threw clothes on, left. I'm a little nervous. I'm glad he's with me. He was going to come with me anyways. And I just thought, okay, in case this is bad news, you know, because Margo is 9. So we go in and we're waiting. And I'm like, oh my gosh, you know. So she comes in and she said, so while we were doing Margo's exam, she said, I felt a little, I felt a bump on her back. And I thought, you know what, just to make sure everything's good, I went ahead and did a little, sample. And she goes, unfortunately, she does have a tumor and it is cancerous. And of course, I'm just like, I feel the tears coming and I'm like, okay, I just need to, I don't know what this means. Maybe it's going to be fine. I don't know. I've never had a dog, I've never had to experience this before with a dog. And so I don't know what that means. And so she very calmly explained it to us. And I was okay, she said, have you felt it? And I said, yeah, I did. Now, Margo's always struggled with allergies. She's always had, the Cyto point injections and always struggled with allergies. Well, she said the Boston Terrier breed, which she was correct because when I got home, I did a ton of research online. They are susceptible to getting these. And so it's called a mast cell tumor. And she said it needs to be surgically removed. Okay. And she was saying that like it's pretty lower down in the levels of her skin. So they're going to have to take out quite a bit. But she also told us that in addition to that, they also noticed that she has a fractured tooth, which would explain sometimes why she doesn't want to eat some of her food, probably like her hard food. And we felt so bad that we never even noticed it. So they also want to remove one of her teeth. So we talked about it and they said, while she's under anesthesia, we can, remove the tooth and, remove the tumor. So of course, they gave us the cost estimate. It's very, very expensive, but that's our animals, that's our babies, and we'll do whatever we need to do, it's worth it for sure. I mean, that wasn't even like a question. I just wasn't expecting to get this news, but she did say that she actually did the exam on Friday, because we dropped them off Wednesday, and she goes, I didn't want to call you, while you were on your trip and give you this news. So I waited till y'all came back, and I was like, thank you, because that just would have been the worst, to get that news on vacation. And I was even saying, on our last day that we were there, I'm like, well, I guess the dogs are okay because we haven't heard from them. I'm like, no news is good news. And yeah, so, but the way she explained it to us, and if you guys, by the way, I asked my Patreons and my members this, but I wanted to ask you guys too, if you guys have experienced this, if you know anything about it, please let me know. Let me know your thoughts, just if you've had any, what was your experience? If you've had an animal that have had this before, how did it go? What happened? Just kind of, I'm just curious because I don't really know of anyone that I can talk to that's been through this yet. I haven't really told a whole lot of people. So, but they said once it's removed, once they have it though, they can get more of them. And so you really just have to keep an eye on them and for any new bumps and lumps or anything like that. So, she does have a couple other bumps and we talked about those and they checked them and they're just, cysts and they're just benign. And they said they can even remove those too, so yeah. So what I did was we left, and of course, I called back the next morning to make her appointment. And here's the bummer. They're all booked for October. All their surgeries are all booked. They don't have any more availability for October. And then they tell me their November scheduling isn't up yet. They're working on it right now. And so they would get back to me on Monday. I'm like, oh my gosh. So we're having to wait, just hang out and wait. But I guess, again, I feel like it's super serious and it needs to get out immediately, but I'm trying to trust them and trust their judgments that, if it was that serious and it needed to be removed immediately, that, they would get us in, but I don't know. So I'm just trying to not freak out. Yeah, and they're going to send it off, once they remove it, they send it off to a lab and have it tested. And then they said we might even have to go to an oncologist to kind of go a step further and see what else, depending on what the findings are. So yeah, so that was not the best of news, not what I was expecting when I picked up the dogs. But I will tell you, they brought Margo in just so we could talk just to her and look at her. And she was so happy. And I've just been babying her ever since she's been home. Just like, Margo, I'm giving her probably a little more attention than I maybe used to. Because, I just feel so bad for her. And she's just the baby, She's not the baby, but she's my baby, So anyways, I'm going to get a little coffee break while we change subjects. So yeah, but Then they brought in the other two, and we've never seen Ollie act like this before. He was just beside himself. He was just like hopping and jumping up on the seat, the bench that we were sitting on, and jumping back down and jumping on the other two dogs. He was just like, wee, they're back, you know. He was just like so happy. It was the cutest thing. It was so cute. He was very, very, very excited. And of course, you know, once the kids got home from school, they got a whole nother, you know, welcome home for them, and everybody got to see him again. So, but yeah, so good to have. They did baths, they got their nails trimmed, so they just looked really, really good when we picked them up. So it was Monday, and of course I went to Costco because we had like no food. Then Tuesday was like laundry, and then Wednesday, Lou, my daughter, 12-year-old daughter, had her first concert experience. It was her birthday present. I don't know if y'all remember me talking about that, but we got her concert tickets to see Benson Boone. My husband and I had went and seen him for a date night, and he surprised me with the tickets. And when Lou found out when we got home, she was like, oh, I wanted to go see him. I'm so glad she went. It was last night, and there was so many girls her age. She loved it. Absolutely loved it. She was so cute during the whole thing. What was so funny about it is she videoed like the entire thing with her phone. And when her phone started to die, she used my phone or had me video. I mean, she just she wanted to have it all on, you know, she just wanted to have it all recorded because she was just so excited. She got a t-shirt. Oh my gosh, you guys, the merch at concerts is ridiculous. Ridiculous. For a hoodie, the hoodies there that she really wanted, $125 for a hoodie. And we're like, no. A t-shirt, $45 for a t-shirt. Now, the t-shirt was very well worth it. She went to the bathroom after we bought the t-shirt before the concert started, went to the bathroom, changed, put it on. So I had to carry her white t-shirt. And then she wore it to bed, and she wore it to school today. So worth it. It was a late night for sure. The concert was supposed to start at 7:30. And they had like an opening act. The guy was interesting. We had some fun talking about him and just watching him. And then Benson came on about like 9. And so the concert went to like 11:15, almost 11:30. And then she was hungry after that. So stopped at In-N-Out, got food. So poor girl had to go to school today, and she is exhausted. She's so tired. But one of the cutest video clips that I got, and I think I saw somebody else do this online. I think they were at their daughter's. I think they were at a Taylor Swift concert, and it was like their daughter's first concert. And they got, you know, I guess the daughter thought the mom was like just recording the concert, but they were actually recording, you know, them, and they had like the camera on the two of them. So the very first song that he started to play, I started recording him, and then I flipped the camera over. And I had it on her, and mainly on her, just a little bit of me. But, oh my gosh, she was like singing a little bit, and you can see her videoing, and you see her face and the light of like the concert lights. She just loved it. She loved it so much. But now we were walking out of there last night, and she was like, I want to go to another one. I want to go to more. So she's got the concert bug. She did say her ears were bugging her a little bit last night. She's like, it was so loud. I'm like, I know, that's how concerts are. But another cool thing happened. So kind of towards the end of the concert, we needed to go to the bathroom, and there was a song that we really didn't recognize. So she's like, let's go to the bathroom real quick. I'm like, all right. So her and I run to the bathroom. We're in line, and there's a girl behind us, a cute little girl with like red hair. And Lou and I are talking and kind of just standing there. And the little girl's like, I love your outfits. And I look back, and I'm like, oh, thank you. I love yours too. She was super cute. Lou looks at her and looks at me and looks back at her, and she goes, I know you. You're so-and-so from so-and-so. And I was like, I was totally lost. I'm like, what? You guys, once I heard Lou say it, like Lou's like, and then the little girl's like, I sound like Lou now. The little girl was like, do you want a picture with me? Then it dawned on me who this girl was, because I've seen her before on YouTube. I've seen Lou watching her. It's a family vlog channel. I forget the name. But they've got a ton of kids, and they've got 3 million subscribers. And this little girl was so cute. She was by herself. I think she's Lou's age. I asked Lou, I'm like, how is she your age? And I've seen Lou watching their videos before because they do like makeup stuff and Sephora hauls and fun little, things together. And they have like a ton of kids. I don't even like 12 of them, maybe more. And this is one of the kids. Now they live in Utah. So why they were in Texas or Dallas, I don't know. But Lou is so calm, cool, and collected. There was no no, she did not get all weird and I would have been so awkward. I have been awkward. I was at the mall before with Lou and we saw one of the YouTubers I watch and I got starstruck and I couldn't even say anything to her. But Lou was like, oh yeah, you're so-and-so from that so-and-so channel. And I was like, what? But I think it's funny how the little girl was like, do you want my picture? You want a picture with me? So of course I sent, I got a picture of her and the girl. So that made Lou's night that she got to see Benson Boone and one of her favorite YouTubers in person. I mean, she just was like living her best life with her expensive ass t-shirt. Loving life. It was so fun. We had a really, really, really good time. So we need to do more of those things, like as birthday gifts and Christmas gifts, do like more experiences versus presents. I think it's really, really cool. And I told her last night, we were waiting in line to get a drink at the bar. And I said, I think it's so cool that you are old enough to do these things now. And there was a ton of kids her age, a ton, more than when we saw him at House of Blues. I guess he's become more popular and he opened up for Taylor Swift, I guess one of her shows. So yeah, but he is so good. He's so entertaining, you guys. He does flips off the stage, back flips, forward flips. He's just got great energy. And he was even saying that he's a little under the weather, but he still was going, going. You would never know. But it was a great experience. Got some pictures and tons of video. I don't even know if this thing's gonna be able to record this whole video. She took so many videos on my phone. And she asked me last night, she's like, can you send me some of those videos? I'm like, girl, that's gonna take me forever. You need to go to bed. So this morning she was very, very tired. And she told me she couldn't go to bed. She couldn't sleep. She probably didn't go to bed till like 1. And, but she was, now the good thing is about her being out late last night and it, not being the end of the world because they actually have a 4-day weekend. They are out of school tomorrow and Monday for Columbus Day. So yeah, they get a 4-day weekend. And so I just told her, you just got to make it today and then you can sleep. You can sleep for a little bit because, we're tired from the trip and from the concert. It was just a lot, and she had a dentist appointment this week and great there. No cavities. So it's been busy, but it's been good, a good kind of busy, But yeah, let me see, where are we at? 52. Okay, we're almost at an hour. What's coming up? I am going to be doing some Muni Made videos, some little sneaky peekies. I've been talking to her and she's getting her shipments in. We're talking right now. I'm probably going to be meeting up with her this weekend. So be on the lookout for some new Muni Made paintings. You guys are going to be available very, very soon. So I can't say anything else. I don't know anything else, but I wouldn't tell you anyways, even if I did, because you got to wait, right? But yeah, I am doing, if you don't know, I am doing unboxing videos, like product reviews and videos for Muni Made. So yeah, we have that partnership and yeah, she's been waiting for them to come in and they're all starting to come in now. So I'm probably gonna be meeting up with her this weekend to get those. And what have I been watching lately? Weird stuff, all kinds of weird stuff. So on the plane, it's a 3-hour plane ride. I downloaded a couple shows, and one that I watched, it was a documentary, of course. Y'all love, I love my documentaries. It was about Vince McMahon and the whole wrestling thing. I really wasn't a huge I've never been to a wrestling match. I've maybe watched it. I mean, I know what it is. I know the whole thing with him and, but it was interesting to watch that. So it's called Mr. McMahon. That was a Netflix thing. So I watched that. And then, what else have I been watching? Lou is super excited because Outer Banks just released their new season. I don't know if it's the last season, but there's a new season. So she's going to probably be binge watching that this weekend. Yeah. But everybody's doing good. We're just, a little worn out. And, but, we're getting back to the groove, Yeah, we're getting back to it. But, Oh my gosh, you guys, it felt so good to catch up with you. Oh my gosh. Whenever I say ketchup, I think of ketchup, like mustard and ketchup, like the condiment. I don't know why. What's wrong with me? What's wrong with me? Yeah, we did pretty good. If you want to look up for a minute, I did finish the tip of the hat. I am enhancing this quite a bit. Adding a ton of special drills, so it's really sparkly. But yeah, she's turning out really good. There's just a lot of color blocking right here, the 5200. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and most of it is white all along. So that'll go by pretty quickly. But yeah, you guys, I think I'm gonna wrap it up here. I know we're almost at the hour mark, so but yeah, I know I've got so much more to catch you up on. I thought of more things to talk about. Like I said, I didn't have a pen, but it's okay. I'm gonna be going live this Sunday, so please join me. It will be at 4 p.m. Central Standard Time. We'll do a live. And yeah, I'll just try to, you know, get back on track with doing the videos. And I appreciate y'all, you know, giving me grace and allowing me to kind of disconnect and have some family time. I was looking at my channel and I think it's been like 9 or 10 days since I've had a video. So thank you for, you know, kind of giving me a little bit of time to, you know, get away and just kind of disconnect. So yeah, I needed that time. I felt really refreshed when I got home, you know, after meeting family that we haven't seen in a long time, seeing my dad, you know, get married. Hi, Dad, by the way, if you're still listening, I love you. And seeing my brother and my grandma, and just everybody. And then spending time with my own family. It was just really good. I've noticed the kids are even closer with each other since we've been home this week. Because normally they kind of ignore each other, but I see them talking more. I'm like, I guess maybe that family bonding time was good. So I think it was really, really good. I love you guys so much. Again, let me know how you are. Please, 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 in the comments, let me know how you are and what you've been up to lately and how you're doing just in general. You know, how are you feeling? Just how are you? And if you have not subscribed, I would love to have you. Like I said in the beginning, it is free to subscribe. It doesn't cost anything. And if you've already subscribed, thank you, thank you. If you just want to give this video a thumbs up, those also help push our videos out to maybe folks that haven't found us yet. And just kind of helps, you know, let us know that we're on the right track to, you know, doing the videos that y'all want us to do and you want to see and that we enjoy doing, which I love doing these. So yeah, thumbs up, subscribe, and then also hit that bell, that notification bell. That way you'll be notified every time I upload a video. And I've got more coming. I've already got one filmed of a new company that I've never done before. So that one's gonna be coming up. And then of course, Mini Made. I've got some other fun stuff planned. So definitely subscribe and yeah, click that notification bell, all right? All right, I love you guys so much. Take care of yourselves. I'm glad I'm back. I'm glad we're back. So let me know if you need anything and I'll talk to y'all later. Okay, bye guys.